What's up, gearheads? It's Trev, and today at the garage, we're addressing Project Integra's no-start issue. Oh god, it still smells in here. Alright, so in a normal car, when you put your foot on the clutch and turn the key, and turn it to run, or start, the engine is supposed to crank over, which mine does not do anymore. Now I've already put a new battery in the car. It does need some new terminals. They've been replaced before. These are getting a little loose. They don't want to clamp on as tight as they should. So that'll get done. And if you remember, some of the ground straps aren't in the best of condition, so I'll replace those as well. But the main problem, and we'll see if I can, normally you need more than one person to do this, but we'll give the starter a couple of taps. And then we'll try the key again. No, it doesn't want to work. But if I had a buddy here, we could tap the starter and this thing will crank right over. So now I'm just going to grab a couple of tools, disconnect the battery, disconnect the starter, pull out a couple of bolts, and yank that right up out of there. Okay. Ha! Tough one. Yeah, right. So let me explain to you guys why I hate Advance Auto so much. This car was parked for the last 3 years because I could not get it to start. And I feel like an idiot telling you guys this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So a little over 3 years ago, the original Honda starter in my Integra failed. Now after the original starter failed, I went over to Advance Auto and I got the tough one, remanufactured starter. Story time. Put in the new starter. I can't remember how many days that it actually worked, but I could probably count them on one hand. Then all of a sudden, the problem I just showed you guys at the beginning of the video, you turn the key, nothing happens. That started happening more and more often. So I suspected the starter, because I just changed it and everything was fine beforehand. Took the starter out, brought it back to Advance, had them put it on their bench tester. They said it was good. Okay, well I know the car's got some other electrical problems, so I put the starter back in, and guess what? Problem continued. I never did figure it out. I suspected the ignition switch for a while. I suspected my ground cables for a while. I suspected everything for a while. It's the stupid starter! Where this really gets interesting, not the first time I've had problems with junk Advance Auto rebuilt parts. This starter I bought at the Advance here in Pennsylvania where I live. Maybe 6 months, if that, before this problem. Before I moved from Connecticut to Pennsylvania, I replaced an axle in this because I had a torn boot and the axle was clicking. I went through 4, count them, 4 remanufactured axles from Advance in Connecticut. None of them fit right. I finally got tired, called corporate. They agreed they gave me a new axle for the price of a remanufactured one, and they tried to make me happy with a gift card or whatnot. So on the 5th try with the brand new axle, that actually worked. So if you guys have any problems with your cars, and you're thinking of replacing important parts from Advance Auto, don't do it. My Integra sat for 3 years because of an Advance Tough One starter. 3 years. It was the starter the whole time. So you can imagine that when Sam came over to help me pick up the Integra from where I was storing it, and he just ding ding gave the starter a little tap and it fired up, I kind of felt like an idiot. I still kind of feel like an idiot. But you know what? These things happen. I had it tested, they said it was good, I moved on. So now I'm going to go trade this starter in for another new one from a different company. Alright, so now we're going to get our new starter installed. The one that's not from Advance Auto. 2 bolts, 2 plugs, connect the battery, turn the key. Cross your fingers. Although I'm pretty sure this is it. Well, you wouldn't think a starter would be so hard, but that heater hose and the clutch cable are in the way. I dropped the nut, the new nut that came on the top of the starter there, so once I get fired up, I'll swap the old one out that I reused for the new one, but I gotta back the car up. But we ran into one other problem, is while messing around in here, this yellow wire broke. So I'm gonna have to, oh, right to the connector too. I'm going to have to try to fix that. I don't even know what that's for. Somebody hacked this together at some point. Alright, well, we'll solder that together and we'll see if the car starts. So, wiring repair took a little longer than I expected. But, we are ready to see what's what, as soon as I get the right size socket to tighten that. Just to see if that was a fluke. All right. It's amazing what happens when you have a good starter. Let me move this forward and see if I can find that nut I dropped. I think that's lost. This is why working in gravel freaking sucks. Well, so I fixed a couple of broken wires for the reverse lights. New battery, new starter. And after 3 years, it finally starts again by turning the key. That means it's time to actually start getting to work. Because I think I made a clean spot with that starter, so I guess I need to do the rest now, huh? Talk to you guys later.